I've been thinking about you. 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 I've been thinking about you.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing this Kendall Jenner inspired makeup look from this photo. You guys sent me this photo so much, probably the most sent photo you sent me ever. I'm not surprised because as soon as I saw it, I screenshotted it as well. It's beautiful makeup. She looks absolutely amazing, and it's something that I really love anyway. Like the look, she's like really bronzy, which I really like. I did just get some new products sent to me, so I've used quite a new product for you. I've used quite a lot of new products in this video. I got sent some products from this brand that I've never heard of called Glow and Ray, but they are new to Beauty Mart. Beauty Mart is obviously a makeup website. If you didn't know about them already, I'll leave them down below. But they've just started stocking Glow and Ray, and to be honest, that is what kind of made me rethink of this look. Like, it was on my list of things to do anyway, but this kind of just bumped it up the list because one of the products, which was this, it's like a cream base shadow, but it's like the perfect like colour for this look. Like, as soon as I saw it, that's immediately what I thought of was the Kendall Jenner look. So this kind of spurred me to do the video. Spurred me to do the video? Is that the right word? As I say in all my inspired makeup looks, I am not trying to say I look like Kendall Jenner whatsoever. This is just a makeup inspired look. I don't even know who did her makeup for this. She didn't say. But yeah, it's just a makeup inspired look. I'm not trying to say I look like Kendall Jenner or trying to make myself even look like Kendall Jenner. Yeah. So let's get on with the video. Okay, so starting off with my super pale face compared to the finished look, I'm starting off with priming with my Too Faced Hangover X primer, my favourite at the moment. So I'm just applying this all over my face like you would a moisturiser, and it really hydrates your skin, ready for makeup. But just to keep it extra hydrated and glowy, I'm also using my Urban Decay, this is the vitamin infused B6 spray. I love this, this is new to me, but since I've got it I really like it. So I just spray that all over my face. Foundation, I'm using a mixture of the Armani Luminous Silk and the Armani Maestro Glow. Purely because my Luminous Silk is too dark. As you can see, that's the one I've put around the edge. That is in the shade 9, and the other one is in the shade 6.25. So I just basically wanted it to be a tiny bit darker than I would usually wear, so I just mixed the two together with the darker one on the perimeter and the lighter one in the centre of my face, and just use my damp beauty blender to blend that out. Then for concealer, I'm using my Urban Decay Naked Concealer in the shade Light Warm, and I'm just using this to conceal and highlight where I normally would. So underneath my eyes, my forehead, my nose, and my sort of the top of my lip, and also my chin. And then I will be blending that out with my damp beauty blender again. And then for my cream contour, I'm using my NARS concealer stick. I used this in my last video and loads of you asked what shade it was because I said in the video it was dark, but in the description I did actually put it down there, but I know a lot of you don't read the description bars, but the actual shade of this is Cafe. Cafe? Cafe. Cafe. It's just like a dark brown, but it's really nice. It's really super creamy, and it's a really nice tan colour to make you look brown. To blend that out today, I'm going to be using my Chanel. This is the Soleil Tan Universal thingamabobby. It's like a cream bronzer basically, but it's very, very golden, so very like golden brown. So I'm just using this on my Sigma brush just to blend out that contour with this product so it makes it like more golden. So you've got like the darkness of the contour, but then this is just going to really warm up the face and make you look more bronzy, glowy kind of colour. I first of all went in with this brush, and then I went back in with my beauty blenders to make sure there were no harsh lines and everything was blended together. And then we will be setting my under eyes. I'm using this is new, this is by Glow and Ray, a new brand as I said in the intro. This is their luminescent light powder. luminescent light powder. Just a setting powder. It's actually really nice. And then for the highlight, I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills So Hollywood highlight on a big Sephora fan brush, just so I get an overall highlight all over my face. So it's more like a glow rather than like a specific pop of highlight. I wanted my face to just be glowy all over, so using a large fan brush is going to make this happen for us. I'm then going to be going in with some blush. Oh no, bronzer. Bronzer, I'm using the Rimmel, that Rimmel one I've been using, that is in like Sun Glow or something. And then blush is this other one by Glow and Ray. This is such a nice blush. It's in the shade called Dawn Seed, but it reminds me of NARS Orgasm, but like better. Like, I really like this. You know that I'm not a massive fan of blushes, but yeah, I really like this blush. Setting my face as always with a hefty amount of MAC Plus, is that what it's called? Nope. Fix Plus by MAC. You can see my face is wet. For brows, I'm using the Brow Bar To Go by Gerard Cosmetics in the shade Dark and my Anastasia 12 brush. I skipped brows today, so here they are. I just went for a pretty natural, just filling in my brows. Nothing too crazy because she had pretty natural brows. And then going in with this eyeshadow base, which I told you about in the intro, is just perfect for this colour. This is also by that Glow and Ray brand, and it is in the shade called Olive Garden. Like, hello, could you be any more perfect for this look? Anyway, I used a Sigma brush. This is especially for cream products, and I just buffed that all over my eyelid. You can see what a beautiful colour it is. I never use greens, but I'm so into khaki, olive, whatever you want to call it, right now, like with my clothes and everything. So the fact that this look was like this on the eyes was just like, I was so excited to do it, and this colour was just so perfect for it. So I just buffed that all over the eyelid. I'm then going in with my Sigma E40 and the same bronzer I used on my face, the Rimmel Sun Glow bronzer, and I'm just applying this into my crease. It's like a transitional colour, and just to make sure there's no harsh lines of that base shadow to begin with before we go in with more greeny colour shadows. So for that, I'm taking this perfect olive khaki shade from the Morphe 35U palette. The Morphe 35U palette is a really colourful and really beautiful shimmery colours. I don't tend to use it much because you know I don't really use like loads of colour, but when I was looking for this colour eyeshadow, I saw this one. I was like, oh my god, this is like absolutely perfect. So I just used this Sigma brush to apply this to the inner and the outer corners of my eye. So you can see I'm just working in that outer V area and then also in the inner V area, but trying not to go too high up into the crease because we will be blending it out, and obviously as this is a shimmery colour it can get a bit carried away a bit quickly. So just taking my MAC 217, which looks dirty but it's actually clean, but it's just stained. I think it just doesn't get cleaner. I need some really good some brush cleaner because my one I'm using right now just doesn't seem to get the stains off. Anyway, I blended out all the edges, and then I'm going in with this gold shade. It's from the exact same palette, and I'm just applying that to the very centre of the eyelid to give it that pop of gold that she had in the centre. I'm using another Sigma brush to do that. This is from the Ethereal set, which actually I think every brush I've used is from the Ethereal set apart from this one. The white ones are the Ethereal set. I'll leave it linked down below. Going back in with a bit of that khaki colour just to make sure it's all blended, and just so that gold kind of blends into the green seamlessly without it being too like crazy. Going in with black liner, I'm using this one from Glow and Ray just because it was sent in the package, so I thought I might as well. And I have to say, this liner lasted all day. Black liner doesn't do that for me. Like black kohl liner like this does not usually do that for me. But seriously, this stayed on my waterline all day. Like, I can't tell you how, like, I was really quite blown away. I was saying to Pete, I was like, look, my eyeliner's still on. He was like, yeah, and? But anyway, so I used that to line my waterline, my tight line, and also the very tight of my lash line, like on the top part. So it just gave you a slight line just to define the eyes, because we're not going to be wearing lashes. And I also smudged a bit of that green colour underneath as well. Then I went in with some of the So Hollywood highlighter that we used on the face, and I just applied that to the inner corners of the eye, just on a really small, this is actually a liner brush. Mascara, I'm using the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. As I said, I'm not wearing lashes because it really didn't look like she had lashes on, so I'm not wearing lashes, so just a couple of coats of mascara, and then we will be moving on to the lips. So for the lips, first of all, I lined them with, this is the Kylie lip kit in Candy K, which is like one of my favourite like lip liners. Like, it's such a nice colour, and it's like kind of goes with any look, but it was kind of perfect for this look. So I just lined them. I didn't overline them, I just literally lined my lips and filled them in with this as well. And then I'll be going in with a lipstick. This is also from that brand, Glow and Ray. By the way, they didn't pay me to make this video, they just sent the stuff, but I really try to use, if people send me stuff, especially if it's a new brand, I really do like to use the products because I want to show you new stuff, and especially if it's good, and this stuff really was good. So yeah, this isn't a sponsored video, they just sent me the stuff. Anyway, this lipstick is in the shade Tender, and it was like the perfect shade for what she had on, like that kind of a little bit peachy nudie colour, like just absolutely perfect. I then finished the look off just by highlighting the top lip with some Anastasia So Hollywood, and then the look is done. I did not dye my hair brown, guys, this is just extensions. Okay, so this is the finished look, guys. I hope you liked this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys. Sad